Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part, and welcome to today's video. It is going to be like a home refresh on a budget. There's basically some home projects I've been wanting to tackle. The list is growing and we're going to get it checked off today. I will say this took a few days to film, so just remember that in real life. You can't always do everything in one day. And then I also wanted to mention, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've already hit it, make sure you've turned on the notification bell. My schedule is a little out of whack right now. It's been that way for a few weeks and I keep getting messages if everything's okay. We are okay here in Oklahoma. Posting's just a little off. If you check that notification bell, YouTube will alert you every time I post a brand new video, so make sure you hit that. But let's get started on these home refresh projects. Okay, so I'm actually doing this project on a different day. I was cleaning the whole bedroom, so the days that I clean our sheets, I like to do a deeper clean some days. And today I was feeling it. It was so pretty outside. I opened up the window, just aired it out. But the slide I haven't loved. Like, part of me loves it because it's oversized and I love that look, but I don't love like the swirl of it. And I was considering putting a fan in here, which I still might later in the summer if we get too hot. I just need to sleep well, but we did fine last summer. But if for some reason it gets hot, we could put one up. But I'm really thinking I like the idea of taking it down like we did the pendant lights and my bathtub light. Just by removing them, it saved us a ton of money, because like this I can actually make money on. I'm going to take it down and sell it. And I think the space is going to feel so much bigger, and it's just more my style. I'm very less is more, very simple. So this is just an easy, free project to do. I'm going to love my room better. And like I said, I'm going to sell it, have some money, and then I can put it towards a new piece, either that I want for here or for another area, or just pay something off. So yeah, we're going to be taking something away in this project. Just in case you're curious, we did list it on Facebook Marketplace and we were able to get $150 out of it just within a day or two. So just remember, you can take things down, declutter, do what you got to do, but you can get rid of things in your home you're not loving, and then you can take that money and refresh your home with things you do love. Honestly, don't know why I bought any lights for our house. I should have just done all of these flush ceiling lights. It looks so much bigger. It looks so much cleaner. I don't have to worry about dust falling on our bed. I don't have to worry about it. I'm telling you, I know sometimes you think like a refresh and declutter and decorating like is putting things in and costing you money, but sometimes it's taking things out, like decluttering, pulling out the decor pieces you don't like. If you have decor in your room or a space in your home that you don't like, get it out. You rather have an empty space than pieces you don't like or that bring bad memories. Not that this one did, but it was never intended to be in here. It was supposed to be our living room light. And then I found a dining room light that kind of had a living room light that matched it better. And since they're all in the same space, I went ahead and put those in there, and then I didn't want to waste the money, which this was actually our cheapest light in here out of our entire house, but I just threw it in here and it was so grand. I did love it, but I'm telling you, I love this way more. I don't know. Maybe everybody should start pulling down their lights because I am loving it. Once again, this is a new day. I haven't completely made my bed, if you can tell. We have really enjoyed not having that light up there. The space just feels so much bigger. We haven't missed it. There's nothing to clean. But the next thing I wanted to work on was our bedding. So I have very expensive bedding and I love it. But I was wanting like a backup set and I didn't want to spend that much money. So I ordered some more budget-friendly sheets. I've got them washed. I got them dried. We're going to put them on and see what we think, because I would love to find a good budget sheet, but man, you cannot replace good sheets. Like, I definitely want nice cozy sheets because I love crawling into bed at night and I don't want to mess that up. So let's see how we do. Okay, I've actually been sleeping on this bedding now that I'm doing like a voiceover, and just so you know, like, I've slept on really high-end stuff. This is very, very affordable. Like, this duvet set was like under $35 for the duvet cover and pillow shams. And then I did get the fitted sheet and it was around $40. It's funny, it was more than like all the whole set, but I liked that I didn't have to buy the top sheet because I don't use that since I have a duvet cover. I just wash it every time. But guys, it is so soft. soft and so cozy, and it wrinkles way less. Like the stuff that's on my bed is less wrinkled than like the high-end stuff I just pulled out of the dryer. So just keep that in mind when you're doing stuff. You can find good deals and still get that look for less. And just like this, like selling the light, bought the sheets, and I still have extra money. Let's talk bedding now, you guys. For the price, I'm super impressed. This is way, like hundreds of dollars cheaper than what was on my bed before. And just standing here, you probably can't even tell. If anything, this is just cleaner because it's new. But I love the color. I will say the fitted sheet's different than the top sheet. The color's fine, but like the fabric, but since I bought it separate, it had me choose different fabrics, and I don't think I chose the one that was the same as the comforter, but it's not bad. I will say the bottom sheet's probably a little more see-through than my last brand. Like you can kind of see the wording of my mattress topper there. But other than that, like this duvet set is amazing. So if you already even have sheets or you want to get different sheets, I would still rebuy the sheets. I mean, they're totally fine, but the duvet set is actually really soft. I think it's pretty, and I think you get a lot of bang for your buck. So you guys will have to let me know. Do you guys even tell? And I know like touch is going to be the biggest deal, so I can let you guys know later on in this video once I've slept in it too. But now that we've been talking about saving hundreds of dollars, I want to talk to you about the Dreamy R10 Pure. And I do want to thank Dreamy for sponsoring today's video. And Dreamy is actually the perfect name because when you see this vacuum, the soft, beautiful colors are so dreamy to me. I love that it's not bright and colorful. I love that it's a pretty ivory. It's neutral. This could sit out on my sofa and someone came over and I would not panic. And so I just want to show you how it works right here. So it does have the trigger, but you can lock it if you don't want to hold it. But I also love that if I'm just doing a quick vacuum, I can just press that trigger and not leave it on while I'm going room to room. And then I wanted to show you just all the attachments because it comes with so many. So I'm going to show you how I would use them. So this first one's nice. It's like kind of narrow so you can get down into creases. This is perfect for my sectional. You can tell right there like crumbs or fur can get in there, but you can also slide that nozzle down and it adds more of the brush effect. So I love this on furniture pieces that you don't want to scratch. Like my bar stools get so dusty. I think that's because we opened all of our like packages here and they're dark. This is also another attachment, same thing, but it's more like a wide nose. And so this is really good for furniture pieces. You can vacuum them down and it just gets them nice and clean, but you can also lower that one as well where it has the brush attachment. For me, I personally love like kind of dusting with this feature, especially over by my fireplace. I feel like concrete or the glue, whatever they use to like put that rock up there, it's always falling down. So those brushes get in there and those creases, and it gets in my coffee table as well. If you guys have a dining room table that has these like nooks and crannies, I've had stuff like that before. It really gets in them, but you can also add like the attachment to it to make it longer and still use those smaller pieces to get up high, to get down low. But the best thing about it is that it's a vacuum. So I'm going to show you how well that works too. But keep in mind, this beautiful vacuum is actually less than half the cost of a Dyson, so that's huge. And it works really, really well. So it's got a really powerful suction to it. It's got a light on it. This is really nice in dark spaces, but it's really nice in well-lit areas because you can see what you're dusting. I'm going to run a few tests for you so you can see how well it works on like cereal and dog fur and stuff like that. But it has a very, very good, efficient cleaning. It's also got like a 5-layer filtration system. It's got a long battery, so it can be up to like 60 minutes of run time, which is beating the Dyson V8, which is 40 minutes. Just keep that in mind. But it just has so many different things you can do with it. And I did want to mention that they said it's really good on like cat litter. I didn't have that, so I put down 2 different kinds of sprinkles so you could see it could get it up on that hard surface floor. But the thing I wanted to show you was my own personal test, which is what I vacuum up the most, which is George's fur and dead grass. It is this everywhere. George likes to roll around in it and comes inside and it just like falls off of him, and it picked it up with ease. And then the last feature I want to talk about is the one press dust dump. It's so nice. You just press one button and it opens the lid and drops it. What I love is you don't have to take the attachment off. I did it for filming purposes so I could get closer to the camera, but with my Dyson I have to take that off, and it is so hard while I'm cleaning sometimes because it just adds another step. So I love that about it. So I do want to thank Dreamy again for sponsoring today's video. So if you're a pet owner or just looking for a really good deal on a vacuum, much less a beautiful vacuum that works so well, just click the link down below in my description box and you're going to get 30% off this exclusive deal, making this under $200. So definitely check it out. And I do want to thank Dreamy again for sponsoring today's video. But we're going into the dining room now. You can see I'm moving out all the chairs. So my next tip is to shop your house. I've been saying this for years. This could be for small decor pieces like candles and books and knickknacks. This can also be big items. Maybe you're gonna shop a guest bedroom that you're not in a lot, or an office, or a spare bedroom, or maybe it's a basement or an attic. So I went out in my garage and I was like, what is this big package in here? It's been there for several months and I just kept forgetting to look what it was. And we had a huge dining room rug out there. So I had originally bought it because Tiger kept having accidents on ours, and so we chunked it and I bought a new one. And I remember thinking I'll put this in later, and I wanted to get through the cold season and all of that just because he does better when it's warm outside, but then I completely forgot about it. So I'm putting this rug in. Girl math, it's free because it was bought several months ago and I forgot I had it, but I get this is like a big size product. Most of the time it's not like that, but typically I'm shopping for vases and different things. I have things stored in cabinets, but like I said, just go into other rooms, and if that room doesn't need it, pull it out, bring it back to life, and put it into another space. Another thing you can do is pull out the items you're no longer using and don't love, and do a switch with your friends or family. Like throw it in your trunk, throw it in the back of the car, and just be like, you throw stuff in, I throw stuff in, and you guys can shop each other's items so you don't have to worry about like buying and reselling stuff. Just do a swap. I think that can be so much fun too. Okay, if you watch our faces right here, you can tell I'm realizing we bought a rug that was too big and it's been sitting out in my garage, and I'm like, what did we do? And then it clicks, we probably just rolled it up the wrong way, because it comes folded and it says to unfold it and roll it up for 24 to 48 hours. So we did that, and then we realized we just rolled it up the opposite way. So we're good, but if you look at our faces, we're in shock for a little bit. So be thinking right now in your house what you could flip or flop. What's a piece you love in another space that you don't see that often that you could pull it out? Maybe it is a big rug in another space and you want to bring it out. Maybe it's a side table, maybe it's a lamp, maybe it's pillows or a side chair. Maybe it is just a small decor piece, but you can typically get creative and freshen up other looks just by shopping your home. Now we're gonna move on to what I call our movie room. When we moved in, this was like an actual movie room. We had movie chairs in here. We've kind of redone it since, but it's where we watch all of our TV and hang out. We have a new sectional in here and the cushion slide. So I had a sofa like this before in our living room, and you can buy like expensive like cushion sliders that go underneath them on Amazon. And when I say expensive, they're not a whole lot, but it's easier just to get that rubber or silicone like shelf liner, and you can just cut it yourself. It's so easy to do. Like I said, I did this on a previous sectional and it really does help. So I just pick it up at like stores. You can order it from different places, totally up to you, but it's such an easy fix. So you can see right here, I just roll it out. I do cut it per cushion just in case like I'm vacuuming or rearranging. I want to know I can slide each one of these like pieces around. It's not stuck because of those. So I just roll it out and cut it where it's needed. The hardest part's just like moving all the cushions, but the actual just laying it down and cutting it's super easy. Also wanted to mention, if it looks like the cushions aren't in the right spot, it's kind of done on purpose right now. I'm trying to break all of these in, so some are already super soft. You can tell the spaces we sit in the most, like they broke in really well and quickly, but other ones are still super hard, so I'm trying to rearrange them so we can soften those up and then everything can go back. But it is good just to like rotate your cushions, fluff them. If you haven't done that in a while, that's an easy refresh. Like just flip your top cushions around or your bottom, or just go flip them upside down and like beat on them, and if you have like down feather stuff, it'll really fluff them up. So just take a few minutes and like fluff it up. I will say, if you like things very neat, this is not the sectional for you. That's why I have it back here in our movie room. I like having that clean, crisp one out in the living room, but this back, I call this like our back movie room, back living room. It can get a little messy, and so I just wanted that cozy look, but it is like always a mess. Now on this one, I am gonna double layer it. This is the spot that people sit most and don't lay, and so they tend to slide a little bit more. So if you need bigger pieces, keep that in mind. On the other ones, like I said, we're normally laying, so they're not pushing out as easy. And then I did want to mention, I was cutting all those tags off. It drives me crazy, and like I'd put the cushions on and they would hang out. So I got all those cut off, and then all these rubber mats put in, and everything's back to new. It looks beautiful, it looks fresh. It didn't last very long, but it is nice seeing it all put together. Okay, so we're about to get a new fridge, and I wanted to share it. So the things that drive me crazy about this fridge is how it sticks out, but I also wanted like the storage. But this one I just feel like has the least amount of storage out of all my refrigerators. The last two I haven't loved. The one in this house, the one in my last house. The one we moved into the last house, I gave to my mother-in-law, and that's been my favorite fridge. Like every time I'm at her house, I'm like, this is the best fridge, and I just can't find it anymore. But I also wanted one that was flush, but you can't do that because when it opens, it would hit it. Like that little system, there has to be a gap so the door all the way opens. Well, I found a fridge that can be flush and still open, and it's about to be delivered. So supposedly it's probably going to be a little less room in it, but by the setup, I think I'm going to be able to fit more in it. You know how just like spacing matters in the way they like lay out the inside. I have just never been impressed with this one, and for some reason we've had issues from the moment we got it. Like, this light shuts off a lot. Like, if you touch the drawer, it just shuts off, and then it's constantly like beeping at us, and I don't know, we've just had issues from the get-go. So I'm ready to get this one out, but I think it's gonna look so good once it's flush. So I'll show you guys what it looks like once it gets here. I do want to mention, I get this isn't budget friendly, but I had filmed it. We were talking about a home refresh, so I just wanted to throw this in there. So if you saw we had a new fridge, this is what's going on. And just in case, if you're wondering what we're gonna do with this, we like to keep a fridge out in the building, especially during the summertime. It gets used a ton because like people in the pool and all that can go to the building wet instead of like walking in here on the floors. And plus Chase is out there a lot. Like, he hosts his little like guys night out there, so they just have drinks and we can keep food. Overflow, you would be surprised, like during the holidays, like this gets full, and then our drink fridge is already full of drinks, and so overflow items, we still need more. So we have 3 fridges and they're typically always all full, so we definitely need them. So we'll just take this one out in the garage and it'll have more space for him out there. I got it cleared out. There's a lot more food in there than I realized, and my refrigerator is disgusting. Oh, I forgot a whole shelf. I'll grab that. I hate cleaning out the fridge. Like, I just hate it. You can tell it's disgusting, so I'll definitely wipe it down while it's empty before we take it outside. I'm not gonna make it like perfect because it's just, like I said, it's just going out to an old building. Well, not an old building, but just a building for like drinks and guys and stuff, but I will get it somewhat clean. But I'm definitely gonna try to do better in the new one because, like, I don't know. Can you guys see that? It's disgusting. Okay, it was delivered several hours ago, but we couldn't do anything to it because it had to get cold. But I wanted to show you how you can make it like flush. So it's kind of like a built-in without the expensive price of like having, you know, like a custom one made. I wish I would have known about this when we built the house because they could have like framed it in. But what's nice is, like, typically if the door's flush, see, like that's flush, it wouldn't open, it would hit this. But with the design, it still opens. Look at that. I'm in love with it. So it's finally getting cold. We can't use ice for a while. We like cleaned out the water filter and all that, but I'm gonna start moving things over. I don't even know if I jump back on here to tell you guys. I just put everything back because once they said it was gonna take a while to get cold, I threw everything back in here. I have a few like ketchups and stuff like that in the containers with ice packs, but I'm gonna get this back situated, and I'm curious to see if I feel like I lost a lot of space or if it feels fine, because technically it is a little bit like, I don't want to say narrow, like the depth isn't as long, but I also thought this just wasn't set up well anyway. So I'm excited to get everything in it. I guess I'll take you guys in it real fast before I fill it up, but I just feel like there's so much better space. And it also does like 3 different types of ice. So there's 2 within here, and then like they have really cool like round balls in here that will eventually, but they said it'll take a day or 2 to get it. So the setup's kind of like my other one down here, but it's just very sleek. There's no handle there. I like that handle better. I like that it doesn't have this screen. Like, this was always messing up for us. So I think I'm gonna like this one. Okay, we've had this a couple weeks now and we are loving it. Like, I haven't noticed not having as much space, just because the space we do have works so much better than the other one. Once again, I'm still loving that it's like flush in there. And I'll open it up so you can see inside. So we go to the grocery store weekly, so it's not something that like we keep it super stocked. I mean, obviously in the winter, if there's a storm or something, we'll go grab things, but for the most part, this is, you know, most of the items we have in it. All the drawers, I always forget how to open them. It's underneath. I'm used to having handles. But yeah, everything's in here, and then down here, it holds everything we need. But there's the ice balls I was telling you guys about. Aren't those so cool to put into drinks? I think it's so much fun. And then up here is like the normal ice. So you can do normal like cubed ice or crushed ice. But I think it's just so pretty. But my two favorite things are that it's flush and the ice. I'm currently editing the video that you're watching right now, and before I finish, I was like, I want to take this light down. I went and asked Chase in the office, and he was like, are we going to be removing all the lights? I told him we'd keep this one and his office one, but so far I'm loving it. Like, I have not missed them in here. I love, love, love our bedroom without it. Even before, we've taken the one down like over the bathtub. We've taken the one down in our closet. And then, so we have this one left. We have a fan left in there, and I never even put them in here, which I'm glad because that saved us money. I wish I would have known this sooner and I could have saved us a ton, but I feel like it just hangs so low and blocks the window. You can't tell right now because it's kind of dark outside, but Savvy stole my chairs just in case you're wondering. But I think it's going to look really good if we take it down. So we're going to try it. We can decide, but I think I'm going to love it. So Chase is out. He's going to turn off the breaker so he can take that light down. And I may or may not have ordered new bar stools, so be on the lookout for that as well when they arrive. Okay, once again, I loved how it turned out. I just love how it's like making our ceilings look so much bigger. We actually paid extra for them to be taller, so now you just see it and feel it. I'll have to show this again like in daylight, but thank you guys so much for being here and making it until the end of today's video. I do want to thank Dreamy again for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget, if you click on the link down below, you can get 30% off and get that beautiful vacuum for under $200. It's such a steal, but I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.